Hello, hello, everybody, especially on YouTube. We are now commencing the commentary for the OPC Season 1 Finals, Day 1. I got your boy, Jake, on the other line here, and he's going to be doing his wonderful commentary with us.
My wonderful, wonderful commentary.
And by that, he's going to, hate on everybody's deck. So,
It's because I wasn't in this tournament that I'm kind of a little salty, so the hate's coming. Not
man, I
really.
told you not to go on vacation. You were like, I'm going to
You
go on
know,
vacation.
I got to see family, But, I'm excited to be here, though. I'm actually excited to not see the outcome, so.
All right, we're gonna start our first game. Okay, so before we start, the whole format, it's a single elimination, best of 3, going up to the finals. Day 1 is just all quarterfinals, and then day 2 we're gonna have a couple crazy games because, man, it's not Evolving Skies just yet, and people are asking if they can use it. It's like, nah, we're gonna keep it Worlds format for now. So pretty excited to see what happens in the finals. So go ahead and get started with our first match. It's going to be Helon versus Iman.
Iman, okay. So it looks like Iman playing that Malamar, and we got Helon with a Shadow Rider.
Shadow Rider. That's a very common deck people are running these days. I would say a majority, right? In terms of meta.
Yeah, meta right now, mainly because the consistency. I mean, literally, you get your Shadow Riders out, you're drawing up to 8 cards every single turn. I mean, it's just like you're drawing half your deck by turn 5 or 6. So, I mean, you're getting everything you need out in the play, especially with those fog crystals. You're able to search out those GXs. And looks like we're going to possibly see. I'm not sure if. Did Helon go first or was it Iman?
I think Iman went first because I saw Path of the Peak go down. So it looks like we're going to see Helon play that Gengar down.
Okay, so we might. Is there a way for him to switch to get that? There is, okay. So this will be huge for Helon, mainly because it's a turn where Iman won't be able to get anything into play if he does use that.
Oh, that wasn't Path of the Peak. That's the tower.
Tower Waters.
Yeah, I misread that. Holy crap! Is that 4 fog crystals in his bench?
All 4 fog crystals in 1 turn. That's insane.
God.
So what are we looking for now? Probably gonna be looking for another Shadow Rider just to kind of keep the consistency up. So we're gonna have all 4 Shadow Rider down. No, okay, we're gonna see another Psychic Energy. Got it. Okay. So it looks like we're probably gonna see the GX come down. Yeah, so it's going to kind of be huge for Iman here just because, like I said, next turn he won't be able to do anything. No cards playing out of his hand.
What's the Shadow's ability?
So pretty much if there's a stadium in play, you can have it on your field, and then obviously during your turn, you can discard the Mark Shadow, which will then discard the any stadium.
Yeah, that's right.
We're going to see a huge turn 3 for Helon here. Underworld Door, probably no Shadow Rider. Is that another one? That's Crobat. I don't think he's going to play that Crobat. So we might see an energy. Nope, no energy.
Well, we already played it earlier, unless this is a different turn.
Yeah, so this is turn 3 because Iman couldn't do anything last turn, so he had to.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
And they
so we're
played
going
too
to see
fast.
Estonia for energy. So we're probably going to see a Poltergeist here for the knockout on that Remoraid. And that's going to put Iman in a very, very tough situation here. He has no Inkays in play, no Stadium. He has a Mincino. Oh, yeah.
That was definitely a knockout. Yep. That's the one where it does for every trainer you have in your hand, it does correct. 20 or something.
50 damage.
Oh, 50? Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So we're going to see, hopefully, a few Inkays to come out here. Probably going to see Mincino here for the Make Do. Yeah, there we go. Just get that consistency out there.
The Chinchino, right?
The Chinchino, yeah.
Those are pretty good.
And then, it looks like he's playing a Brawly. Not sure why you play a Brawly in this deck, but Iman has a plan to play, and we're going to figure out what it's going to be. So.
He removed the Chaotic Swell with the other tower there.
Yeah. Let's look at Brawly. What does Brawly do? Search it for 3 basic Rapid Strike Pokemon. Okay. I guess that's I don't want to say that's. I feel like this deck's just super consistent that you wouldn't really need to play a Brawly, but. Oof. That was a big, big
Did he
research
research
right
that?
there. He did
Oh,
research that.
oh gosh.
There was probably a solid 4 or 5 rapid strike in there. That is going to be huge. But
Yeah,
we are
Inkay with
seeing a good,
that.
we're
Maybe a
seeing a good
Minchino.
setup.
Okay, he's getting
Yep.
another Minchino.
Let's see here. We're gonna see. Again, we can't. Iman can't do a whole lot right now. I just set down the losing case, so it's gonna be a make or a
Two level
pass.
balls.
I'm not sure if he's make dude or not, but so we are seeing a great setup right now by Iman with his Malamar setup right here. So
Yeah, and he's running a single price deck, so even if he takes some losses, he won't be like super behind too.
right, right. Um, and right now, the only sniping ability that Helon has, he's not set up for it. So Shadow Rider V has an attack to where you pretty much put 5 damage counters on 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So that would knock out both Inkays, but like I said, Helon's not set up to do that right now this turn. I do see, I think, 1 energy in hand, so he could underworld door. Ooh, I don't think Elon sees that. Um, he's not seeing the capabilities of him being able to snipe those Inkays on the bench right now, which is huge for a Shadow Rider. So as a Shadow Rider player, if you're playing a Malamar, anybody who plays 50 HP Pokemon, you want to make sure you're reading that bench. Because right now, those Inkays could be getting sniped right about now. And now we're going to see 2 more energy from Sonya. Okay. There's attached return. Oof. Well,
It's got the air balloon. Get that free switch.
Air balloon, free
Oh,
switch.
is it free switch? 2, right? 2 for the Gengar.
Yep, 2 for the Gengar.
There we go.
We're gonna,
Street,
so,
and he's probably gonna knock out that Chinchino, right?
probably gonna knock out the Chichino. I don't necessarily. I guess I would agree with this move only because Shadow Rider has more HP in both Gengar and Shadow Rider 3 prize Pokemon. So I could agree with this move here. But again, with that Shadow Rider V having the sniping capabilities, we're gonna see Emon really set up here, which could be huge for Emon here. And having Helon not see that capability of the Shadow Rider being able to snipe the bench, we could have seen both those Inkays go down before Emon got to draw his turn. But Helon has a plan in play. We're going to see your Malamar put down. And does Helon have it? Or Emon have it? Yeah, Emon and Helon.
Yeah.
So we're going to see that the Rap Strike search for that energy. And it looks like we might see. I don't think he's going to have the knockout. He's going to. Okay, we might have the knockout. We might have the knockout here.
With the Malamar.
He does have a catcher in play. Oh, we're going to make do for 2. Make do again. Oh, Oricoil. Oh, huge top deck for Emon here. Oh, that's going to. Honestly, I think that's going to be it for that Shadow Rider VMAX right now. Does.
What's the max output damage you can do right here?
I don't see how many he has in play right now for his Rapid Strike Pokemon.
Oh, that's right. It's
Oh, we're gonna make do with that Pokemon catcher. So the play here for me personally would be to try and catcher up that Gengar Mimikyu. If he doesn't have the Rapid Strike Pokemon to play to do the knockout on the Shadow Rider VMAX.
Well, he's thinking. Let's see what he does.
He has a catcher. He has it.
Is that this regular Pokemon catcher?
Yep.
Oh, he got it.
There's the heads on that Gengar Mimikyu. We're going to see that knockout on that Gengar Mimikyu most likely. So he needs 7, which would be, yeah, that's about right. So 280 damage. So we're going to see a knockout on that Gengar if he has it, though. Does he have it? We're going to see a Fog Crystal probably bring out another Inkay. What else do we have in hand? So does he have it? Even with that rough turn research, I think Emon might have it.
I think he's counting. There's 3,
6. Only 6. That's only. Is that knockout?
6 times 4.
6 times 4. Yeah.
2,400.
Yeah,
right?
that's knockout. Yep, that's knockout on Gengar Mimikyu. Unless Gengar Mimikyu has more than 240. I think he
Unless I
has
miscounted.
270. Well, let's find out. Did I miscount? I might have miscounted.
I think he's saying he has 4 left.
No, it's 240. So, and he put down 6, correct?
I was counting when he was putting it down. You said 6 before I finished, and I was like, oh, okay.
So that's
Well,
we that's
okay,
unless
let's
we
just,
miscounted.
yeah, so that's 4. That means he probably put down 5. 5 times 4 is
Okay. Yeah, it's only
200, right?
200.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so he already put
Yeah.
down 5.
Okay, so he down 5. All right.
So he was just one away from
One
getting
short
that.
away. Yep. But now Iman has drawn through most of his deck, so pretty much every card in his deck right now is a live card, which will definitely benefit his Malamar play. But he will lose 3 more rapid strike right here after this Poltergeist attack. So
At least he doesn't have to discard his Rapid Strike cards.
right,
That would be, I don't know.
this deck would
really
not that deck would not be viable if he had to discard
Yeah.
the rapid strike Pokemon.
I would call you crazy if you're playing something like that.
Right. We're gonna see what is.
Oh, he's retreating. Oh, he's bringing out the Shadow Rider there.
So we're gonna see a knockout here. Brings Helon down to 3 prizes. Malamar attach. Research for okay. 7 fresh cards. This could be huge. So he needs 8 to knock out that Shadow Rider VMAX.
It's got a couple cards in his hands. Gonna do make do, it looks like.
Dance a tribute. He can make do. I don't see how he wouldn't be able to knock out this Shadow Rider VMAX on this turn, just because he Dance a Tribute, has 2 make do's, Fog Crystal here. Can he pull anything out of it with Fog Crystal? Has
Get
no
him the Rapid
EK.
Strike card.
This is going to kind of come down to the wire. I'm not sure how many more Rapid Strike Iman has left in his deck, or how many Malamar he has in the discard pile. But does he have it? There's a Malamar in hand, so if we can play here, have Iman evolve
He's doing
that
something. He's doing something. What's he doing?
I mean, he's going to make do.
Oh, he make do. I thought he played
Yeah.
Fog Crystal. Okay.
He has it. He has it in hand, no doubt. So if he has enough, I would probably evolve that last Inkay. No, but we're gonna.
Oh.
There it is. So now that probably wouldn't have put the Gengar Mimikyu up there. I would probably put the Crobat V up there just to kind of stall for an additional turn. It's gonna get knocked out either way.
Oh yeah. He better do something else. Emon's gonna take this game.
Yeah, Iman's gonna. Right now, the way it's set up is if he leaves that Gengar Mimikyu out there, Iman will walk away. He will Evo Incense for the Octillery, or even for the Malamar, and just attach energy per turn, and then it'll be game from there. So I think Elon should probably put that Crobat V up there just to stall for 1 additional turn. But I feel like just either way, Elon.
Yeah, he's got the air balloon.
Very, very tough position right here.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, sacrifice a Crobat. He'll be down to his last card for Iman, but he can come back with the Gengar, maybe knock out the Malamar, and then it's gonna take a because yeah, we don't know how much Malamar's Iman has left, right? It could be in his discard
Right.
pile, or it could be in his prizes.
Well, what's going to happen here is we're going to see Malamar knockout. We're going to see Inkay come into play. He has an Evo Incense in hand, which is going to evolve that Inkay. Oh, we're getting Marnie here. What do we have for that Marnie? Looks we have Karina's Focus. I don't see a positive outcome for Helon here. So we're going to see Karina's Focus for at least 4 or 3. And then can't see the rest of his hand. I'm going to assume he probably has some kind of, okay, here we're going to see the stall. Oh, maybe. Okay. All right, well, we're going to see definitely knockout on this Malamar here. Octillery, okay. There's Karina Focus for 3. There's Energy for attachment. We're gonna do Dance of Tribute for 3, and then we're gonna Rapid Strike Search for that Malamar.
Ooh, nice.
Does he have it? Is that all 8? That is all 8, and that is going to be knockout.
Ooh, game 1 goes to Iman.
Iman walks away with the Malamar. But like I was kind of saying at the end of the start of the game, that Shadow Rider V's sniping ability really could have taken a turn for Keelan there if he would have just been able to keep sniping those EKs as they were put on the bench. But I don't think Keelan realized that attack that's in front of him. But, you know, he's still kind of new to the Shadow Rider deck, so definitely something to look forward to in the future. Just kind of be able to read the cards that you have on play and not really look for just those big-time hitters. Kind of strategize how you're going to play against certain decks. But either way, close game, but Iman was able to just get set up and was able to come right back and started swinging.
Yeah, it's going to be about a minute or two for them to get set for game 2. So speaking of Pokemon, do you see about those the new battle decks that are coming out with the Urshifus?
Yeah, so I'm kind of excited for those. I mean, they're gonna right now Urshifus are running $20. They're running really hot right now, mainly because it's gonna be a staple post rotation. It's just staple right now, but just seeing these post rotation decks people are coming out with, Urshifus right there at the top, fighting with them, and then Shadow Rider as well too. So it's gonna be an interesting post rotation. I'm kind of excited to see what people are coming up with. But right now, just the meta is going to be Urshifu, Shadow Rider for sure.
I'm pretty excited about the new starter decks is going to come up with the Rayquazas. I don't know what the deck list is for that, but it should make building the Rayquaza deck a lot cheaper. That's what I'm hoping.
And, kind of looking at some like pre-testing, that's been going on around, the YouTubes and the Twitches and whatnot. Rayquaza is it's a fun deck, but it's again when you match up against Urshifus or anything that's kind of snipes, it just kind of gets shot down in the sense of like if you can't have those Dynamotors out there, they're not very good. So, but I think we might see a lot more teching stuff. So like I said, Inteleon engines, those are huge. So. We might see a lot of Jolteon with Memory Capsule to kind of shut off those water Pokemon's abilities.
True that. All right, let's get back to game 2 here. Just a disclaimer, I had to do a weird judge call. I don't remember if it was in game 2 or the last game, but remember, I am not a judge, I'm an organizer. So this ruling that I had to do might not make sense to you guys, but the players agreed that was probably the best thing to do. So when it comes up, you guys will see. It was just in a goofy situation. So let's take a look at the starting hand here. Not starting hand, starting board for Helon. Dude already got his Shadow Riders up and ready.
So it looks like we're going to see all 4 Shadow Riders turn 1. Wow, okay. So let's see, we're probably going to see Crobat here, just because he has 1 card in hand. So we're going to see a Crobat for 5.
Crobats are so good.
I'm so glad that they reprinted them 7 times.
You still pretty salty about losing one?
You know what? Was that my first tournament there too? That was my first or second tournament at Odyssey. I freaking lost to a Crobat knockout.
I don't know if it was the first one. It might have been like the second one.
I think it's the second one.
It was like, yeah, it was one of your first couples for sure.
Because I remember I think it was one of the times that I wasn't playing Malamar. I was playing, I think it was Shadow Rider.
I know you were playing Eternatus for a little bit.
Yeah, but I think it was Eternatus because he knocked out his Zigzagoon on me. That's right. So, let's see. So it looks like
good times.
We have full set of Shadow Rider, no energy attachment, which is rough for Helon here.
Yeah, so it's Iman's turn, so it looks like Iman might be able to set up a lot better than Helon here. Comes with Fog Crystal, so he could get a lot of things with Fog Crystal, really.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see energy attachment. Okay. You're not gonna worry too much about that EK that's out there and active. Probably gonna get knocked out next turn either way. And then course, you don't want to have the rim right out there because that rapid strike artillery is going to be huge.
Ooh, both passing us some rough setups. I mean, I guess he's got the energy set up on this backup NK because yeah, he's probably banking on his first one gonna get knocked out this turn,
Right.
which is safe.
And you can't evolve. Obviously, you can't evolve first turn, so Iman
Yeah.
just kind of had to do what he could do.
It's not like what is it, like 2008 rules or something before they changed that?
Right. We're gonna see a training court, okay, and we're gonna see that underworld door here for 2. Yeah, Marnie, or 2 bosses,
There's a research in there.
professor.
2 researchers.
He does not want to research that hand, but I feel like he's gonna have to. Energy recycler. Yeah, I guess that's a good move here. Just because he's not really worried about putting out Creamy out there because it's Malamar
I think that
deck.
was worth playing the energy recycler that early.
I mean, it's not gonna like I said, he's not playing anything that requires him to do a lot of damage without Creamy. So I guess if he needed to get the energy back, I think he's just trying to just. Oh, there is.
Oh, there it is. Ah, that's so hurt. That's so. Oh.
I would have probably put. I think that's a Marshadow. I probably would have put that Marshadow down. Just have it on the bench. Oh, there's another Marshadow. Okay.
Okay,
So
so not a big loss. It looks like
No, not
for
at all.
him, but those
And
2
this
boss
is
orders could have helped.
This is another event where Helon's. Oh man,
Oh, where's the
he's not
Gengar?
seeing.
Ooh, maybe that's what he was waiting for, that last bench space. He's like, man, I want that Gengar.
All right, what are we gonna see here? We're gonna see a retreat. Oh, there's Gengar. Are we gonna see a GX attack here from Gengar Mimikyu? Horror House. So it looks like we're gonna see possibly. Are we gonna see a Horror House or are we gonna see a Poltergeist?
Is the horror house is the one where the emo can't really play any cards, right?
Exactly. He can't play any cards in his hand. And then if he has 2 energy attached, they're gonna draw up till they have 7 cards in hand. So, which is what we're seeing Emon do right now. So he has 7 cards in hand.
Oh, so he did horror house. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Horror House. So if you have 1 energy, they just can't use anything out of their hand. And if you have 1 additional energy on top of that, then you both draw till you have 7 cards in hand. So now it looks like we're going to see Elon just kind of the pass here. And again, a huge opportunity missed by Elon, but again, he doesn't see that as Shadow Rider V's attack could have sniped those EKs. Let's see, we're going to see here. Some more underworld doors, and this is where Helon just gonna get all set up with the Shadow Riders. I see an energy attachment for 2 more. And this looks like we're gonna see last underworld door. And Helon, he's set up right now, so as long as Emon. With that hand that I'm kind of seeing Emon's hand, Emon's going to have a huge next turn. Probably going to see a snipe or a knockout on that EK.
I wonder what's Helon's next play. Is he going to retreat, give up those 2 energies, knock and get out with a Shadow Rider? Or is he just going to Poltergeist and just hope? I mean, he does have trainers in his hand.
Oh, there's a switch right there. Yep, there's a switch. So again, we're Shadow Rider, obviously much more HP than Gengar Mimikyu. Needing 8 energy to take a knockout rather than 6. And then we're gonna see Emon here. Does Emon have it? And he has a huge turn. Missing a lot of rapid strike into his hand right now. see Bruno for 7. We need to see we got 2. Is that an Inkay? That's the Inkay that was knocked out. So hopefully we're going to see an Oricorio and Cincino. Remoraid. I think you should put the Cincino down this turn. So he put the Inkay, I think that's what we're talking about. He put the Cincino and the Minchino and the Inkay down this turn so he can't evolve those. Oh, there's energy. Are we gonna see? We can't see an Octo. Okay, so I put the Remoraid.
There it is.
Last turn. Yeah, there's a Remoraid.
Man, how does a fish evolve into an octopus?
That's a good question. I mean,
I
do a lot of things. How do a lot of things in Pokemon evolve into a lot of things? You know?
No, because I saw the Remoraid and I was like, why does he have that? I thought he's gonna run the octopus guy, and then like it clicked when he evolved, and it's like, wait a minute, I don't think that makes sense.
There we go. There's a light. All right, so we're gonna see. There's a Malamar. We're gonna do 4. Oh, we're only gonna do 4. Okay. So we're gonna
That's
see.
a start. It's probably not what he was hoping for, but it's better than nothing.
Yep, we're gonna see 160 on that. So next turn, we're gonna see definitely knockout. I think Iman's in a good spot as long as he has Ordinary Rod to get those Inkays back into play from the discard pile, because after this turn, he will have 2 of his Inkays in the discard pile. So as long as he's able to get Ordinary Rod and get this back into play, he should be in a good spot.
He's gonna switch the Shadow Rider with another Shadow Rider.
Which is a good play in the sense of, you don't want to keep the same Shadow Rider out because that next one would be getting definitely knocked out.
Yeah, because he already took damage. And a lot of beginner players who are learning usually just keep it out just because they're like, hey, it's already out here anyways, might as well keep going. Like,
right.
Nah, man, like just bring it back. Like he can live another turn, especially if you have 2 of the same one. They'll just take another damage. At least this way you don't get knocked out and you can't really do anything. Kind of thing.
Exactly. Yep. Another thing a lot of new players do is they see the deck in its, I guess, most powerful stage and not really strategizing about how to play the cards. So they just see, oh man, I got to get these Shadow Riders, these Gengars out as quickly as possible. Which, yes, but also no. So we're gonna see Karina's focus here. Does Emon have no hand in play? I don't think Emon has a hand. We're gonna see 6 brand new cards.
Well, that's good.
We could see a Pokemon catcher for bringing that other Shadow Rider back up. Does he have it? So we're going to see Dance Tribute for 3. There's a Scoop Up Net. We could actually see a knockout on the Shadow Rider. 5, 6, 7, 8. So we do have. So if he has Evo Incense, and he has a level ball, so he could use both of those. There's a make do for 2.
Oh, he needs it. He needs to make dues.
We're going to see Fog Crystal, level ball for a Rapid Strike Pokemon, and this could be a knockout on this active Shadow Rider VMAX.
You can use the Fog Crystal to get a level ball?
Well, no, Fog Crystal for like another Inkay, which I don't think he has another Inkay in play.
Okay.
Oh,
I see what you mean.
He whiffed the Fog Crystal. Oh, ouch.
Yeah.
But I think he still has it, though. I think he still has it. Does he have it? So we're going to Evo Incense level ball. Perfect right there. So we're going to see a Remoraid probably, and then
another Inkay?
No, I think he has 1 Inkay prized, which is going to be rough if he does.
Oh, okay. He's getting that in Minchino is.
Minchino. I'm guessing he already has the 8 cards in hand to take a knockout on this Shadow Rider.
Yeah.
Yep, I think he does. I think he has it right here. Yep, he has it. All 8 cards in hand. 2, 6.
Ooh, is that knockout 320?
All 8 cards in hand.
Oh,
wow, what a huge play right there.
Yeah, he was like make doings. He was just going through his deck, level balls, evos. Ooh.
So I don't think Helon realizes that unless Emon just got an Inkay out of his prizes, Emon has no more Inkays in play.
Yeah. If Helon knows that, he's definitely going to be in the lead here because once that Malamar is gone, his main attacker is pretty much gone, and he can just swoop, go in, and just knock everything out. There's the knockout.
There it is. So do we have an ordinary rod, level
Level
ball?
ball. He's just gonna be like, oh man, maybe there's an NK in here. Don't let me down.
Does he have it? He
No, it
doesn't
doesn't
have
look
it.
like it. Oh, is he
Oh,
scooping?
yeah, I think
Oh,
did he
there's a
scoop?
scoop.
There's a
Yeah.
scoop.
Yeah,
Oh
the
man,
Malamar is his main attacker. Without the Malamar, he can't really do anything.
nope. So my guess is Emon's not running any kind of ordinary rod, which I think he substituted the Brawly for the ordinary rod. And that's one of those things where you just, that's one of your tech cards. That's one of your consistency cards. So if you take out the ordinary rod and all your Malamars get knocked out, very, very rough to try and come back. So
Yeah, yeah.
unfortunately, 1-1. Good great play by both players. But Emon knew once he did have that last NK, it was over.
Yeah, wasn't. Yeah, well, Emon did some pretty good plays though,
Oh,
but yeah,
absolutely.
without that NK, oh, I mean that hurts. That's Pokemon for you, man. Like everything in
Yep.
the disc, if it's in the discard or it's in your prizes and you don't know until it's too late, you just either gotta scoop or just hoping your other opponent like doesn't have their setup. But in this case, Helon was already ready to go,
Yep.
so yeah, Elon was
Exactly.
like, oh well, I guess I can't really do anything.
I can't get my EKs back into play. It's just I level ball search for it. I didn't have anything, so very unfortunate. So game 3 is on the way.
Yeah.
I think
So,
I need to start shuffling this way because whenever I shuffle that way, my cards.
I usually do pal shuffling after I do like a quick shuffle, pal shuffle just to make sure it's more random, and then I do like another quick shuffle again.
Yeah, I don't ever do power shuffling, and I think that's the reason why most of the time I'll profess the research into 3 more researches, and then 5 energy, so that way my hand is just not optimal.
Yeah, it's situational. I think for every game one though, like every new game, I would always pal shuffle. I wouldn't normally do it in the middle of a set unless I have like a 50-minute time because that usually takes time rather than just doing
Right.
like a shuffle, have your opponent cut, blah blah blah, stuff like that. All right, let's go into game 2. Or not game 2, this is game 3.
Yeah, game 2. Like, wait, game 2? What?
All right, well, they're both tied, so this is it. Whoever wins this is going into the semifinals for day 2, and then the loser gets knocked out. All right. It's an NK and a Shadow Rider. It's
Shadow
we've been
Rider.
seeing this for the last couple games. Y'all already know what's gonna happen, but we'll see what the strategy is between these two players. And coincidentally enough, these two players are around the same age, so they're like Masters player, right?
Yeah,
Wait,
I
wait,
believe
seniors.
yeah, senior players are ages, I believe, 13 to
17, right?
17. Yeah.
And I think they changed that recently too. It used to be like, what would they used to be? I remember reading something that I don't know if it's for seniors. Maybe they changed it for juniors. But it was
I think juniors is. I think they can start at 7, right?
pretty much if you're below like 13, right? Essentially.
Right.
Because I think 7. Or I thought it was 6, unless they changed it to 7. Because 6 is when you're about able to know how to read, ish. I think 5 you're learning. 6 you can probably do it on your own. I think
Right.
7 you're pretty much able to do it,
So
kind of thing.
junior
Because there's a lot of
division-
reading in Pokemon, but it's a good thing that a lot of younger players are picking it up. So
Yeah,
you can
so-
actually do see. Oh, okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say juniors is ages 12 and under, seniors 13 to 15, and masters is 16 and over.
What? 16 and over? Maybe they did change it. I thought it used to be 17.
Imagine a 16-year-old winning a world's championship.
I mean, a Masters.
I'm not saying it's not possible, man. Like I think like the average age of a Masters World Champion is like I want to say like 21, 22.
I mean, Jason Kalinsky won 3 of them, and he was like in his 20s,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think.
Jason Kaczynski is a master of his own.
Yeah, he's a monster.
The guy's won like I think like 5 world championships, something like that.
He won a bunch of tournaments. Even has his own tournament named after him.
Right. He has an entire blog of just like old like retro decks.
Oh
that
yeah,
are
I
just,
read
like-
that sometimes because he still plays Legacy Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty cool.
All right, so
Level
we're gonna
ball.
see a huge turn
Yeah, that
two
is such a
for.
nice setup for Emon there. Ah.
That was his turn. So Helon went first. I'm assuming. I'm getting no. I think Emon went first. Helon went second. This is Emon's turn 3. Oh, this
Yeah, we
is this is
got off topic for a little bit. Yeah.
huge. Oh, Emon, can he catch her up?
Oh,
Like,
what was
what do
that? What's
we?
he doing there? Did he
Uh,
did he miss
was this
Drew?
the was this the play that you were talking about where you had to make a judge call?
No, I think what I don't know how early it happened. I was just like walking around. They're like, "Hey, we need a judge." I was like, "What? I'm not a judge." But I think Helon did an attack and he miscalculated the damage,
Oh, okay.
and he like took a prize card, and then Emon was doing his play, and then they were like, "Wait a minute, he's not supposed to die." And I was like, "What?"
I think we saw a. I think it was a make do and he forgot to discard. I'm not sure. Maybe that's what it was.
Or maybe he got more than 2 cards. Yeah,
Probably.
that was. It was weird. I don't think that was the misplay that they called for.
Okay. So we're gonna see a knockout on that Shadow Rider V. Huge
6.
turn 3.
God.
Um, huge turn 3 for Emon already. Can so we see Evo Incense. So we're gonna see Shadow Rider VMAX coming in.
But Emon's board is pretty hot, man.
Oh yeah, Emon is on fire right now.
Yeah, that Malamar is so good. You ran like 4 tournaments in a row using Malamar, man.
I think I did about 3 tournaments. It was just running really hot the first couple of times, and then Chi came into play, and I was like, all right, Chi.
He's like, man, I know how you play, dog.
He's yeah, right. I'm convinced that Greg brought him in because I kept winning all the tournaments.
Yeah, dude, I was about to ban you.
I mean, technically I won one. I went 4-0, but I mean the other ones I was going like 3-1, 3 and like.
Yeah, you only lost like one. You only lost that one match, which was that finals. But you were like 13-2 or something like total.
Something like that.
It was. You were running hot.
And then I decided to play Tornadoes VMAX and went like 0-4, but it's fine. All right, so we're going to see retreat into Shadow Rider VMAX. I can knock out on that.
Dude, that's why you're a commentator now. You've been to many
Right.
tournaments.
Hey, to be fair, nah, I got nothing.
Oh yeah. Okay. So this is. All right. So this is what they're doing.
Just going to see Malamar in play.
All right. So it looks like Chi came in. He was like, "Wait a minute, that's not a knockout." So we're going to see what happens. Yeah. So this. I think I would have let Helon reverse it if Emon didn't go ahead and play his turn.
Right. Oh, I see. So it was Helon's only doing 90 damage. I see. Okay. Or doing 100 damage.
Not enough to knock out the Malamar, right?
Nope. Nope. He would need one more energy in play. Got like 7 people hovering over the table, figuring out what's going
Yeah,
on.
dude, it's the finals, man. You gotta.
This is finals of game 3 right here.
They try to get that trophy.
All right, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I was like, if Emon didn't play his turn, we could have just easily just reversed it.
Right.
But Emon already started. And then I asked Elijah if he knew what card he got from his prize. Like, I trust these guys. I know they're probably not trying to cheat, but just to be safe, I was like, did you see it? Did you see what he drew? Because I don't know that he got the Marsh Shadow, right? I don't, because he usually picks it up and he puts it in his hand, so we don't know exactly what he got from our perspective. So I was like, all right, we'll just reverse it, and then we'll just give Emon, Helon would take the 1 prize penalty. And then everyone was like, okay, that's fair. And I was like, okay, cool.
Right. And all right, we're gonna gonna see huge. Is it gonna be huge? I think it's gonna be huge. Emon, does he have 8 cards in hand?
Oh my god, I just realized this probably helps him because he can just knock out this Pokemon and he wins the
Yeah.
match.
I mean, unfortunately, that's kind of how the real world kind of goes. It's
Yeah, yeah.
when you have misplays like that, you do sometimes get prize penalties. So, um,
No, it happens in big level tournaments. I mean, I'm not
oh
saying
yeah,
OPC is like really big level, but
right,
it's played in like a very high competitive sense where you're probably on edge, right? And
right.
most people would make misplays in bigger tournaments. Like I would assume you would make some quick some minor mistakes playing in the Worlds or like a last
Oh,
chance
absolutely.
qualifier. So I'm not saying that he's in the wrong. Just like that's what would happen. Like I don't
For
blame him
sure, for
for
sure.
making
And
misplays.
then
But
yeah,
there,
so
he wants to
Hemon
take the win
scooped it.
here.
Or no, he didn't scoop it. He took the whole. That was 3, 6, 9.
Yeah, I think that was enough too. He just needed 8, right?
They just needed 8. So
Yeah.
it looks like we're gonna see Emon take that game,
Yeah, it takes
that
that
round.
game. Ooh. You know what? Even if Helon was able to live through that, I think he still probably would have lost. Because he
Yeah,
only
I
had
mean,
5 cards in his hand. He would have Marnied. It might have helped him. But Emon's side of the board was very hot.
yeah, there was no way Emon. And he only had one EK in the discard pile. He would be able to pile up another one, get it ready for the next attack, and yeah, there was just no way.
I mean, unfortunately, we had to do that weird ruling. But
Right.
that was a really good match. We saw all 3 games being played, and
Very
they
solid.
were interesting to a point. And even after the third game, you already know what the strategy is. You get Malamar, you get Shadow Rider, which is it gets kind of bland, especially if it's a mirror match. Like I don't like
Right.
mirror matches because it's either gonna be a very long game, and the strategy is usually the same thing in a mirror match.
Yep.
It's whoever sets up first is gonna win anyways.
That's kind of unfortunately how the post rotation is gonna go once see all these cards rotate. So, but hopefully Pokemon starts reprinting some cards that make it so we're not looking at turn 4 or 5 wins. We're looking at something like 10, 11 rounds or 10, 11
Hey, that's why they made it
plays.
where you can't attack on your first turn. That was so
Exactly.
broken. Now that I think about
Right.
it, oh my god.
And no supporters.
No
All right, I already know who's
supporters.
playing here. I can already see those sleeves are going to be Chi. And
Oh
we
yeah,
got Chi and Jenner.
yeah. Let's go ahead and start the second game. Oh well, technically this is the second game. This is the third game. Greg took a free ring because Idris couldn't
Oh,
make
okay.
it. So if you can see there, Idris dropped. So we were
Gotcha,
only gonna commentate 3 games. But it looks like we're playing Shadow Rider versus. Oh my god, we were really watching another Shadow Rider
We
versus
are watching
Malamar.
another Shadow Rider versus Malamar.
Just kill me, man.
This is going to be so Chi does know how to play the Shadow Rider Malamar mirror match, or not mirror match, but
This
so
matchup.
This matchup is gonna. Chi knows exactly what he's doing here.
He already saw. He already saw it the first game. He's like, oh
Yeah.
wait, that's what I'm playing against. Okay.
And so I played against Chi the first time with my Malamar, and he wiped the board with me because he knows exactly how to play this matchup. So we already saw a turn 1 attachment on that Shadow Rider. We're going to see Jenner hopefully get a third Inkay here into play. If we don't, he's going to be in a rough spot. I don't see. Oof, this is going to be huge for Chi here.
Oh, yeah, he's
got
got
a world door.
Man, he's flexing that golden air balloon too.
Oh man, Chi has his decks all blinged out for the most part too. We're gonna see Fog Crystal for energy, and we're gonna see here comes and this is kind of what I was talking about last round, where Chi knows his deck, so he sees those Inkay.
Yeah, he didn't even took it the whole deck. He only took like the first half. It's like, man, I just need energy, man. He's playing the first half of the cards.
Yep. So we're gonna see this energy attachment here. We're gonna see air balloon, and then we're gonna see Chi go in and just.
Ooh, that's a Marnie.
First. And then
That
we're going
promo
to
Marty,
see
too.
this snipe of this Shadow Rider to those 2 Inkays on Jenner's field. And Jenner's going to be in a very rough spot.
Yeah, just to iterate, Malamar is a good deck.
Malamar is a very, very good deck.
It doesn't run any Vs or Vmaxes. Doesn't need to, essentially, but it's pretty affordable too, right? It's not too expensive.
Oh yeah, I think the most expensive card in Malamar is going to be Probably the Oricorio, and that's only like $5 or $6.
You don't have to run that though, do you?
It's highly recommended only just because you get three cards after your Pokemon have been knocked out. So it's just that consistency portion
Yeah,
of
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So
Cause I don't Ebon played it right, but there wasn't
yeah,
like a way for him to get it. There wasn't like no quick balls or anything.
nothing.
Like if he got it in his hand, he's gonna play it. But if not, like it's just in your deck.
So this is where we're gonna see
Is that an El Creamy?
three basic Pokemon from that Brawly, and then again we're gonna Jenner is in a very rough spot. Very, very rough spot because if he sets down those 2 Inkays, if he doesn't have another way to get another Inkay into play on this next turn with the Ordinary Rod or something, then we're just going to see those 2 Inkays get sniped next turn as well. So we're going to pass here, and this is going to be a rough spot for Jenner here.
Yeah, coming into this match, Chi actually got first place in the leaderboards, close to like 56 something points.
Remember when I was
So
first
this
place?
guy's a monster.
Yeah, this is going to be very tough for Jenner here. We're going to see Chi take 2 more knockouts on those Inkays, and at that point, you have 4 of your Inkays that are going to be in the discard pile.
Man, look at Chi go.
She's just set up.
He's gonna do another Marnie.
You see Marnie here. And we're going to see a snipe on those 2 Inkays. Yeah, there's no way for Jenner to come back from this. He has all 4 Inkays in his discard pile.
Oh,
We're gonna see an Ordinary Rod, but all it's gonna do for him is only 2 Inkays. So if Jenner pulls those 2 Inkays back out there, then we're just gonna see I don't think Jenner really understands the complexity of this right now because he can't evolve that Inkay.
how much does the regular V do to the bench?
50. Well,
50.
5 damage counters.
That's just enough, right?
Exactly, and Jenner's not playing the Champion's Path Inkay, which has 60 HP.
And no wonder people's crying about the Mew bench barrier leaving.
Right. Well, I mean, even if you had the bench barrier Mew out there, it wouldn't matter just because it's.
Oh, he can still stop the Mew, right?
Yeah. So it's not that, but the bench barrier Mew only stops damage done, not damage counters.
Okay.
So when it says placing damage counters and doing damage are two separate things.
Yeah.
So yeah. So even if you had that bench barrier Mew out there, it would not matter. I'm not sure if he's going to plan on attacking with that Octillery, but and he's going to snipe those 2 Remoraid's. He's going to stop the Remoraid and Inkay for game right here. I think Remoraid has 50 HP or is it 60? I'm not sure.
There's Air Balloon. I don't think he needs it, though. He's in a good spot. Does he need to retreat? I don't think he needs to retreat.
No, he doesn't need to retreat. No,
Yeah.
He shouldn't have to.
I think he's just playing it. Just
I think he's just prolonging
because he
the
had it
game.
in his hand, might as well, kind of thing.
And we're going to snipe that Inkay and then snipe them. And Chino. Yeah, Jenner is just in a very, very tough situation here. There's not much more he could do here.
Yeah, that's going to be a really quick game 1.
Yeah,
First game.
he knows there was nothing he could do there. All his Inkays were in the discard pile. It's just one of those unfortunate things to where, kind of going back to the first game with Helon, if Helon would have realized, hey, I could snipe my opponent's Inkays, would have been an easier game. But Chi understands that. Chi knows what he's playing. He knows his opponent. And he knows the best way to take down his opponent. So Chi, very good player. Very good player. Jenner, very good player as well. But just Jenner's in the very unfortunate matchup when it comes to this setup here.
Yeah. And you're also seeing he might be a Masters now, but the rules are weird. But Jenner is a junior player, or
Right.
senior player. My bad, not junior, senior. And we're
Senior.
playing against senior versus Masters, and I think there was a tournament where a senior did do really well. I might have won a tournament against a bunch of Master players online. So hey, if a
Oh, I
senior player
believe
can
it.
do it,
I think a lot of people think that, oh, because you're a junior, you can't compete with the masters. Well, I mean, it really comes down to how well do you know the decks, how well do you know your own cards. How well can you set up against your opponent, and it just comes down to technique. It's not so much age group, right? So this is,
yeah, it's like one of those things where people will always say card games. You don't really, it doesn't like take skill, but like I can hand you like a really good deck, and if you can't win with it, then like it's
it
not the
takes
deck,
skill.
it's the player.
Exactly. Oh, it definitely takes skill. Definitely takes skill.
Yeah, it's
All right, so
all
mulligan
terms of
from
strategy.
Jenner. Mulligan from Jenner here.
Oh yep, she's getting an extra card. How do you have to freaking mulligan a Malamar deck? You have a lot
I
of.
don't know. You have, I want to say 4, 8. You have like, I want to say 16 basic in your deck.
That's yeah. I guess the chances that happen it is pretty low, but I guess he just was unfortunate to do that.
Right. Let's see. Oh, there's that Oricorio right there.
It's not like he's playing a Smeargle with like a bunch of energies.
Oh, this is going to be huge for Chi. He has that Gengar Mimikyu out. He's going to 4-house GX. So Jenner's turn 3, he's going to be stalling because he can't do anything. And we're going to most likely see another round of sniping from Chi with that Shadow Rider V. So what do we got here? We're going to have, see a Fog Crystal. Yep. Probably get a Shadow Rider out here. Probably going to see a level ball or quick ball for another Shadow Rider.
Quick ball.
There it is. And if I remember, I saw research, or I think a Marty in his hand too. That there's a research. Let me see. Avo Idsets, okay.
Let's go ahead and try to get a VMAX.
Probably VMAX here. So I'll creamy VMAX. I think he's just thinning the deck. So yeah, I think he's gonna thin the deck here. Put the energy back in there, and then he's gonna research. All right, we're gonna see energy attachment there. We're gonna see a Horror House. We're gonna research here. Yep, there it is.
Is that why they play the Gengar in the Mimikyu? Just for Horror House?
Yeah, the Horror House GX. I mean, it's very viable. Pretty much, your opponent can't do anything. So if they're not set up to attack next turn, then you use Horror House GX, and they just can't do anything.
It's just slowing them down. Okay, I guess that makes sense.
Yep, that's why I see the paths right there.
Yeah, so you're essentially just going twice in a row.
Pretty much, yeah. So, like I said, if they're not set up to attack in their next turn, like if they're not already attacking, they can't do anything. And that's why it's just a great turn to attack to have, is just to make sure they can't do anything the following turn.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I can see the use of that.
So we're gonna see another research. Chi looks like he's going for probably a Poltergeist attack here. I guess it's the right move since he only has 1 EK in play, so he can't do anything else. So you just take a knockout on this 1 EK. Next turn, you bring up the other Shadow Rider V, start taking the knockouts on the other EK that Jenner might be setting down. And again, Jenner's just in a very, very tough position right now, especially with that Horror House GX attack.
Yeah, because that NK is going out. Then he has that one right there. So I wonder what's his goal for Jenner is. I can barely see his hand, but I don't know if he can set up next turn.
Unless Jenner can get 3 Inks out, there's just no way.
Oh. He's got a level ball.
Level ball.
Let's get Machino. What else is he gonna do? Level ball.
Brawley. So if he can get all 3 Inks out right here, he could buy himself a turn. But it looks like he only has 2. Oh, okay, yeah. So it's very unfortunate again. It's I would have gotten out all 3 Inkies if possible. I couldn't really see much into his deck, so maybe one
Yeah.
Inky might have been prized, but.
Yeah, she's
We're
looking
gonna
pretty
see.
good. He's not even worried. He's like, oh, this is gonna be
Nice.
easy.
Nice. You know, I got it. It's fine. And we're gonna see Shadow Rider VMAX.
God, look at this
Underworld
bench.
Door.
Jeez.
Yeah, he's just getting set up right now. Another Underworld Door. And then we're gonna see either retreat or an air balloon onto that Gengar Mimikyu for retreat for that Shadow Rider V to come into play. And then we are going to. Are we gonna see a ordinary route? Okay.
Is he playing that or is he?
He's playing it, yeah. All right, we're seeing Marnie, Chi. Come on, Chi, just do it. We already know what you're doing. I think he's looking for the air balloon so he doesn't discard his energy from retreating.
Hey, he can play that Dene that I see in his hand. Ah, he's gonna do it.
Gonna Dedenne. He's digging for that air balloon, I think.
Yeah, or does he run a switch?
Or maybe a switch. I mean, he can retreat. It's only 2 retreats.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was digging. He was digging.
I mean, I don't blame him. He wants to keep his energies on there because the Poltergeist
Right.
is pretty useful, but
Again, but
he
without.
wants to get rid of the NKs. That's what he wants to do. Dude, is it me or every time Jenner brings out an NK, it's just gonna get sniped?
That's pretty much how this matchup goes. Anytime we bring up an NK, it's just getting a snap from the Shadow Rider V. So.
Oh, Jenner, just stop putting NKs on there.
Jenner, just scoop it up, my guy. Just scoop it up.
He's just gonna snipe it.
Just scoop it up, my guy. I mean, if this was post rotation, or not, you could have Evo Shake and not could evolve your Inka's turn 1, but unfortunately it's not. But Malamar not very viable post rotation, just because you're losing a lot of consistency cards.
Just needs one more for it to make it all worthwhile.
He already has 2 in his discard pile, so I'm not seeing that being a possibility.
Unless he has another ordinary rod, right?
And unless he's running another ordinary rod, yeah. The bench bearing Mew, which again doesn't do anything for him because it places damage counter, doesn't actually do damage. There's just not much.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there's a 13K, okay.
Yeah, okay. He's got a chance. Unfortunately, he won't be able to evolve it.
Nope. So what we will see here, though, is at least 2 of those EKs getting knocked out, which has, again, I'm not, with only 1 EK coming into play, that's going to be a Malamar. Like, it's just.
Yeah,
Cheese
set up
for
for,
now.
yeah, if he loses 1 to a Melamar, he's going to come back and be like, all right, here we go.
Right.
Yep, there it is. There's 2.
And he
it's
only
gonna
needs
be
1
Jenner's
more.
turn. He might be able to evolve it, but yeah.
Even then, it's still going to get knocked out. She only has 1 prize left, so.
Yep.
He has half his deck in his hand.
Is that Bruno?
Yep, Bruno. Again, Jenner he can't do much right now. I mean,
He has a Malamar in his deck, right? And then all it's in his prizes.
I would hope not. But either way, even if he, like I said, if he does have it, he's going to take maybe 1 knockout on the Shadow Rider V. But then he has a Shadow Rider V Max ready to come out next turn and just take the knockout for that final prize.
Yeah. It's gonna be an easy game for Chi.
Yep. It's I think Gianna's gonna realize it right about now that he's doesn't really have a chance. And then who we got here? See that Oricorio come into play. Get him 3 cards, but
Yeah, at least Jenner is not going down without a fight. He might try to at least get a prize.
a prize taken, And waiting for it.
I would say Chi did play a better Shadow Rider than Helon last game. But it looks
There's a scoop right there.
Jenna's going to scoop that.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, with Helon, he's a newer guy to Shadow Rider. Doesn't really know the deck ins and outs. Doesn't really know the whole matchups. And then, Chi,
That is
playing
true.
that deck. Lot of. I know Chi does a lot of testing on PTCGO, does a lot of testing in person. So looks like we have game 4.
Yeah,
Elijah
going for the
versus
last game of the
Ian.
day of our quarterfinals, guys. And then tomorrow we're gonna record our finals, and then we'll record that as soon as we can. So let's get into the last game of the day. It's Elijah versus Ian. So I forgot what they were playing. I think one of them's playing Ice Rider and the other is playing Blissey. So it's gonna be a good change of pace. No more Malamars, no more Shadow Riders. So let's go ahead and get started.
Elijah on that Blissey, man. Every single tournament he's running that Blissey.
It's a really interesting deck. If it works, it works.
Right. The only thing, I'm just trying to think of anything that's going to come out post-rotation that could help Blissey out, or...
At the moment, I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Because you're losing Mallow and Lana, which is a huge healing buff. Yeah, it's just rough.
He does have the cape though, so it's like impossible for him to get one shot most of the time. I'm not saying all the time. Most of the time.
And Blissey just being able to just pretty much attach as much energy as possible. And if there was a viable way of healing up Blissey almost every single turn to full HP, Blissey would just be unstoppable. But there is a Blissey coming out in the next set though that if a Pokemon has a certain attack, I think I forgot what it's called, some kind of rollout attack, but it ignores all damage done by VMAX Pokemon. So
Ooh.
yeah, it's I'm not seeing a whole lot of Pokemon out there that are not VMAX post rotation, and that's gonna be the main format next rotation. So I really want stage 2s. Right. I really want stage 2s to start making a comeback,
Rare candies. Make rare candies great again.
Yeah, right.
So what's Elijah's thinking? What did he play? Did he play something?
I know he. If I remember right, last time I played him, he was
he
running
played
a bunch of oh geez, what's that one that heals? I forgot. In DDV, I know he ran a lot of DDV for the healing, but I think he realized that it wasn't really beneficial for him. I think he's looking for more draw support to try and get those.
That attack.
Yeah.
It was like the best thing he could do, but without any energy in his discard pile, like he could have quick ball an energy, right? Able to get an energy on him, but because that's the point of the Blissey, you have to get him set up with energies as much as you can.
All right, and then we're gonna see. Did I see was that a boss for the Mincino or a Chinchino, or was that
Yeah, he played like
okay.
Yeah, he played that, and then he just evolved. It's gonna evolve again. You know the Evolving Sky's got the golden rare Italian with shady dealings.
I opened up an entire case of Evolving Skies, and I got One
Oh,
alt
this
art.
still says Chi and Jenner. Why didn't you
Okay.
say anything, dog?
Mine says I
Oh,
have a different.
I guess you can't see the scoreboard.
No, I
Oops.
can't. You have the. I just have the video playing. You have the actual layout, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just have the video.
Yeah, I think last time I shared it, you were like, man, it's too small. I was like, oh, my bad. All right. So he's got that shadow, not shadow, whew, Ice Rider.
Dang. That was me last time we were commenting. I kept calling Ice Rider Shadow Rider.
Oh, man, we just saw like 6 games of Shadow Riders, okay?
I know, right?
And they're the same Pokemon, essentially. Just one's a different color or type.
Color, type, whatever, you know.
Caramex,
To all the moms
Caramex.
and grandmas out there, Pokemon. Every Pokemon's a Pokemon, or every Pokemon's a Pikachu.
Yeah. Or every
What
game
is that?
console's a Nintendo.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so he has 2 Blissey in hand. We're gonna make do for 1.
Oh, okay.
Looks like we have a Zapdos. Is that a Zapdos? Oh, nope, it's in DDV. Okay, so he does still play in the DDV. You know, if you have a bench full of those, you're healing 100 damage per turn.
I think they're good cards. I don't know if they're. How many did he run last time you played against them? Not a lot, right? Like one or
think
two.
he ran 3. I think he ran
3? Okay.
Yeah. So it's like it's only 60 HP you're healing. So I mean, if you're doing 240, you're only healing 60. You know, you're just getting knocked out again next turn.
Yeah, you're still getting knocked out. But if he's just getting shady dealings, like that would help. But once that Ice Rider comes in, then yeah, it's gonna be
right.
kind of hard to use it. He should try to get another Blissey out. Discard some energies, man.
Yeah, that's it. That's his downfall right now. He has no energy in the discard pile.
That's what battle compressors are for.
I wonder if he has a research or a Marnie in hand. He doesn't. We're gonna still see probably a knockout.
Yeah, he's not in a bad shape right now. He is able to pick off these single cards at least. But yeah, he's not able to accelerate his Blissey, so that's probably gonna hurt him in the long run. But now that the Ice Rider got VMAXed, all he needs now is just enough energies. He just needs three water energies to do the max potential to kill the Blissey. Oh no, the Blissey has Cape now.
Well, and also you're only able to discard 2 for 240 damage or 250 damage. So
Yeah. So
with that cape on there, he still is gonna have about 50 HP left. So
that's what the Ice Rider
should.
is.
So see, he's already his supporter this turn. He hasn't. There's the attachment. Okay.
Are those the shady dealings? Italians on the ground?
Those are shady dealings. Drizziles.
Who did I say?
Oh, Inteleon.
My bad.
So though we're seeing a sniping Inteleon. Okay. Probably 2. So it's a shady dealings and a sniping Inteleon. Okay. And then we're gonna see a Leon, which doesn't really help Ian in this case, just because he'd only be doing 270 damage. Plus, he's already used a supporter this turn, so he can't use that Leon. I'm not sure what else
he loves using Leons. I'll tell you that.
Probably my call over here would either be a level ball or another quick ball, just to try and get another Ice Rider into play.
Yeah, is that Blissey have enough to knock out that Ice Rider? He's got 3. Oh no.
No. So I think it's only doing 120 right now. Because it does 30 damage per energy, and I think it does a base
plus
10. So.
Yeah. Plus
and
the
if
base.
If he has a powerful energy on there, then he's doing 20 more. So he could probably doing about 130 damage right about now.
Yeah, that's the rough point for Elijah here, not able to get those energies. Good news is if he does get knocked out, the energies would be in the discard pile, but he would be down two prize cards. He's got it's gonna be a close game, but Elijah does have the prize card lead here, so he's gonna do the damage. Energy's going out.
So he has 60 HP left.
120, 180. 240, right? Plus 10, so
240.
250.
Yep.
Yep. Good thing he's got that cape.
So could see a knockout on this Blissey next turn.
Yeah, he's got that Blissey. Just put it in your hand, or put it on the board. He could boss his order. Try to get another prize.
He could boss that Inteleon, the quick shooting Inteleon up.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, there we go. Sticking some energies in there. That's good. He's got one in there so far, right?
He needs to get the other Blissey into play right now because that most likely that
It's in his hand. Why is he? He's holding on to.
Blissey.
No, where'd he go?
Where'd it go?
Where'd it go?
Oh.
Oh, I see it. I guess he had. Okay, he's thinking. He's got to do it.
He has to put it down. There's no doubt.
Yeah, I think he will. He's probably just thinking of what the outcome is if he just keeps, because he does have an energy, right? Like, does he want to put it on that Blissey to try to maximize his damage? But that means he can only put one on his other Blissey next turn.
What we could see here do it right now is he can put the other Blissey down. He can Mallow on Lana, heal up that other Blissey, and swing in with that one, only doing 40 damage. But hey, it gets. Oh man.
He hasn't played supporter yet. I mean, he could get another prize card, do a boss's order. We'll see. He's got the energy in his hand, so that's good. So I guess it just depends on how he's gonna play his energy for a turn. Okay, that's what I expected.
I think we're gonna see the Mallow and Lana here. He does have 2 Mallow and Lana in hand. That is huge. There's Tool Scrapper. Get rid of that Air Balloon so we can't retreat.
That's good. Good play. Oh, this boss's order.
Oh,
he's going for that? Okay, interesting.
It's actually a good play because if he can... Oh, we're going to take the knockout on that Sobble. Okay. I'm not... I guess... Man, that's rough. So we are going to see a knockout on this Blissey right here.
Wow, is that all just Ice Riders in his hand?
Looks like it, yeah. We're going to see the knockout definitely on this Blissey here.
Yeah, like, he can probably just discard one energy.
He can actually ride to the High King. Oh, wait, what? Oh, we're pinging. Okay, pinging the damage. He actually ride to the High King for a knockout, so he'd have to discard any kind of energy.
Oh, just his regular. His first move.
Regular. Yep. Which I think is exactly what we're going to see here. Yep, there's the ride of the High King.
Okay, good. Okay, yeah. So I wouldn't say that's a pro move, but some players would actually just try to they only know like one move on their Pokemon just because it's how good it is. Like, they probably see discard 2, I can maximize the damage, right? But they don't realize that, hey, my first move actually just has enough damage to just do it without having to discard my energy. So that's a solid move from Ian. He didn't hesitate. He was like, all right, I want to keep my energies. Let's do that. So at least this way, if he doesn't get that cape on him, on this Blissey, it's going to be game over.
Yep, because there's no way for Elijah to come back from that.
Yeah. That helped him.
That helped
slowly.
him a lot. That helped him tremendously.
Not too bad. But we just need that cape. He's gonna make do for 2. Okay.
And then we're gonna see Cheshire Bath, which only does 20 less damage. Not really gonna help him too much in his current situation.
He'll live though, right? Wait, 240, 250,
yeah,
minus 20. Yeah. Oh, but it has shady dealings, right? But does that still affect shady dealings?
No. So the Cheshire Bath only makes you 20 less damage, and then we are looking at. So he healed the 20 damage off from the sniping with the DDV. So Blissey's at full health again. That's actually a good move with that Cheshire Bath because the most damage he can do now is 230, which will leave Blissey with 20 HP left. So kind of buy him another turn essentially. So we're actually seeing a very smart move, at least to buy him another turn. for? Level ball. I think it's just kind of see what's in his deck. And then we're gonna see. Fan of Waves, which doesn't really do a whole lot for him either way.
You know that Golden Phantom Waves is like the most common gold card you can get from that set?
I believe it. I never pulled them, but I see people pull them all the time.
Yeah, it's always this one. It's like a really common one to get. Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna see.
That's not a bad play.
Buy him a turn. That's
Yeah,
fine.
Obama turn is for sure, unless he gets a boss's order. Is that another Blissey in his hand?
That I think it is.
Yeah, he
Does
wants
he have a
that
boss
that
that is-
cape for sure.
Okay.
I guess
Probably
Ian's
knockout.
not worried that he's gonna get knocked out, so he's probably just gonna stick a lot of energies on him
Right.
if he could.
Why? What did he do to search? Did he level ball or quick ball or something?
Yeah, he played a trainer card,
Okay.
and then he just stopped for a second and asked if he drew for turn, and then he's like, "Oh yeah." Hey, look at that promo Crobat from the trainer's kit,
There you go.
like the 5th reprint of it.
I actually think it is a 5th reprint.
And there's a lot. There's like the promo one, then you got the trainer kit one, then you got the full art, then you got the run from Dark Ablaze,
You got the shiny one.
shiny one. They're pretty cheap too, so
Oh yeah.
it's pretty good. Did he just top deck a boss's order?
I think he did.
Yeah,
There it
that's gonna knock him out, and Elijah's gonna be in a really tough spot right now.
There's the ping for the 20, and that's going to be knockout
Yeah,
with that.
that's 240 minus 20, 220 plus the 10, so that's 230. Yeah. So Elijah's in a very bad spot.
Yeah. I don't see a way of Elijah coming back from this.
Yeah. He did get the cape in his hand though. That's what he needed. That's what
But
you
I think
needed,
with the
Elijah.
amount of energy he needs to have in play just to knock out the Shadow Rider VMAX.
Nope. He's gotta make do. It looks like.
Is that a capture energy or that's powerful energy? Looks like. Or that's weakness card energy. Okay. All right, and then we're gonna see the Blissey come in. We're gonna boss up that other Shadow Rider VMAX. Good call as long as Ian doesn't have an air balloon or a switch in play. But we could still see an energy attachment in Melanie, which I don't see energy in Ian's hand. So we see 40 damage put on that Shadow or the Ice Rider.
Still Path of
Path
the
of
Peak.
That shuts off in DDB's healing, which I don't want to say it's bad, but it's right now with that giant cape on there doesn't make a whole lot of difference.
Yeah. I mean, it would have helped, but I think he's in an okay spot.
We're gonna Melanie. We're
But
gonna draw
I think
two
Ian's still gonna
here.
take this
So
game, I
there's
believe.
There's Capacious Bucket. So we're gonna Capacious Bucket for.
He has like
water
a space
energy.
bucket. Why does he want one of those? Wait, I'm thinking of something else.
You're thinking of something else. So there's 2 energy left in play. So we're gonna be doing 250. So it's gonna leave Elijah with 20 HP left, and I don't see a way Elijah is gonna come out of this one.
Not enough to kill him. Did he play support this turn?
Uh,
Oh yeah, he played the Melanie.
Yeah, I played the Melanie. Yeah.
An escape rope would help, I guess.
Definitely would help. Definitely would help.
So he's gonna do the damage.
He's gonna do
Blissey.
He's gonna do the Ride of the High King, and the next turn we're gonna see
Yeah.
most likely a knockout.
That's gonna be a knockout for game. He's doing something.
I just don't see a way Elijah's getting out of this one. And Mallow and Lana, okay. Looks like we're gonna Mallow and Lana U-turn board. Okay, retreat. Okay. So we're seeing a fully healed up Blissey.
He's gonna have a bunch of energies on him too. Only 2? Oh, there we go.
Only 2, yeah.
8 and powerful energies. Oh, okay. Oh, that does an additional 20, right?
Yep.
Ah, dang.
There it is.
Elijah.
Wait, did Ian have a powerful energy? Oh no, he used Leon. Never mind.
Yeah. He's a Leon.
Oh god. Yep. So that was 280. So that was a perfect amount of damage.
I don't think he can even use a powerful energy with Ice Rider. I think it's just water energy only, right?
I think it's yeah. Well, I mean, he had the 2 energy on there, plus he would use powerful energy. But either way, it was Leon. So very, very, very good play by Ian right there. So nice job, Ian. Consistency deck when it comes to Ice Rider. And we're gonna see game 2. Can Elijah come back, win a game 2?
Yeah. Let's see. So these players are what do you call them? What do you call customers that always go to the same restaurant like all the time?
Regulars.
Yeah, what did I say that already? Yeah, these are the regulars of our store. So we kind of know their play style. We played against them countless times, and we know they're pretty solid players. I mean, that's why they're in the finals, right?
Right.
I don't think. So interesting thing is that I think Greg. Chi and Greg are the only players here in the semifinal in the playoffs that actually won a tournament here. Ian came really close. I think Elijah top cut a couple times.
Right.
But I think Chi's the only one that's been winning the most, and he's here as a champion. So, like, if you're betting on people, Chi has like a higher rate of winning, and then Greg and Ian's probably like a close second, mainly because they're pretty consistent in our weekly tournaments.
Because I'm not there.
Yeah, you would have been You would have been up there if you kept at it.
Yeah. I know. If I would have not went on vacation and saw family.
Well, season 2's around the corner, man. Think about it.
Right? I'll be there. Don't you worry.
You to play your Tornadus?
We don't talk about that.
So he's getting
on paper, it looks good,
Yeah, that's how most decks are too, right? Like, this sounds like a pretty good deck. And then you might win a couple games. You're like, oh yeah, this is the deck. And then you play it in like an actual competitive setting. You're like, wait a minute.
And then you play in where you need to play against a more consistent deck than you're playing, and it's like, all right, well, maybe this isn't it.
But that's the fun part of card games. You just build a deck that you think it might work. You play it a couple times. It might be fun to play, and then you realize maybe not for a very high competitive level play.
And that's kind of what people are realizing right now about Rayquaza VMAX post-rotation too right now. So.
And same with Blissey. I would say Blissey's more like a fun deck than it is like a high tier competitive deck.
Doubt.
But we see how it works. We saw Elijah get some games before in with the Blissey, and sometimes you won't expect it, like the Smeargle from Evolving Skies.
Right.
I want to see how that plays out in an actual like standard format. Be interesting to see.
let me throw down a twin energy and then have an handful of energy and doing 320 damage.
Yeah. Is that a Drizzile on the field or a Sobble? Oh, it's a Sobble, right?
A Sobble, yep.
And then we got the.
Oh man. Let's see what we got here. So another Blissey.
Is he doing a boss's order? Or is that just in his discard?
I think he bossed up that Indeedee.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I just turned my head around for a second. Okay. All right. Little ball goes in for Elijah. He's probably going to get another Minchino. There it is. He has it on his hand. He's just checking his deck. So I don't really stress it out, but sometimes I tell newer players, I guess I have a couple of them has asked me, how come they always look through their deck even after they choose their Pokemon? Or they know, like, we know that he's going to get that Chino there.
Right.
But players use it to able to see what cards they have left in their deck.
Right. It's a very, when you're looking at your deck and you're high competitor, you want to see what's in your deck to see what's prized, what's going to be your next move. So, I mean, it's a very good way to figure out what's going to prize. So if you're running a 4-4 line of Blissey, or just a 4 line of Blissey, you want to see how many Blissey you have left in your deck. So.
Yeah, and then you can distinguish, oh man, they're probably in my not in my discard, they're in my prizes. So that's why you see players don't spend a long time, but that's probably why they're going through their deck like 3 times, even though they already decided what they want to know. We saw the Chinchino at the end of the deck, right? Because we know he's going to pick that. But he kept going through it, just a couple more, because just to see what he has. And it's good. So that's like a high-level play that most newer players should learn when to do that.
Exactly. It's like you have an idea of how you want to run the deck, but, having a game based off randomness, you want to see, okay, well, if this happened, what's my next play from here?
Which is what makes Pokemon great in a sense where it's random, but not random enough like Magic, where in Magic there's not a lot of draw cards, right? You can't you just can't search your deck, but in Pokemon you can. So this way you can revisit your strategy or come up with something new. I mean, you did stop Greg that one time in that finals, but he came back with our Crobat just because we weren't expecting it to happen, right?
Exactly.
We were just like, what the heck just happened? This Crobat just won the tournament? Because you stopped him a couple times, and he's like, I guess I just got to do it. And he went with it.
Why you got to keep bringing that up?
Because it's just a good example. You weren't expecting it either. It's just, it was one of those games where you're just like, whoa, what just happened?
It's like, okay, I attacked the energy. I'm like, why is he attaching to his Crobat? And then
yeah, right? Like, you don't normally do that. That's what I'm saying. You don't attack with the Crobat.
All right, we're going to see huge. I want to say huge. I see a big turn from Elijah here.
Yeah, he'll get the knockout for sure. I think he has a couple of energies in his discard pile, so that's good. So he can get it set up. He's got the healing power. Oh, no, never mind. There's a Path of the Peak on the ground. Bummer.
Well, we won't see a Snapping Intelli on this.
Yeah, it's got a lot of Sobbles on the ground there.
A lot of Sobbles. We'll see we're going to probably see about 3 Shady Dealings this next turn.
Was that a powerful energy? I couldn't tell.
I think so, yeah.
Do they stack? Like, if you have all 4, does it do 80 additional damage?
For what?
Powerful energy. Is that the one that does 20 damage every time you have it on?
For each energy, yep.
So it stacks, like 80. Oh, dang.
Yep. So you can do an 80 additional damage on top of just your normal.
Yeah. Is that going out of rotation, or is that still in rotation?
Powerful energy, I think that goes out of rotation.
Ooh, okay, so Bliss is not going to be strong post-rotation then. No, but it's good. I love seeing decks like this, like something non-meta. So it's like a good fresh. So it keeps the game pretty not stale. Like, I remember when you came up with the Eternatus, I was like, man, you playing Eternatus too? Man, come on.
I mean, like, there was like 4 of us playing Eternatus that freaking.
And then Urshifu. Everyone was playing that for a little bit.
No, I'm actually wrong. Powerful Energy does stay. It came out in Darkness Ablaze.
Oh no! Okay, nice.
So I think with the energy that's going to rotate out for Elijah is going to be the Weakness Guard energy.
Oh yes, oh, that's gonna hurt.
That's gonna be the one. Yep.
Yeah. It's a good card. Good energy.
They just need to reprint weakness policy, you know.
Reprint double colorless.
Right. I mean, there is twin energy, but you can't attach it to your V's and V maxes.
Is that enough to kill him? He's got 5 energies there.
5 times through.
That's
So
150. How many powerful energies do you have too? 190 plus 10, 200.
It should be like 190.
Plus a 10, right?
Yeah, so 200 damage.
Right, did I miss count?
180? She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 energy, so 5 times 3, 15. So, and the plus 10. I guess he only has 1 powerful energy in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. I can't really. There is energy that I really can't tell from here, but yeah, that makes the most logical sense. I mean, either way, I think he's gonna get knocked out next turn if this Blissey stays alive.
Right.
So he's not like super worried. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get energy back on the Blissey, so he's just gonna make do with this 5 that he has.
Yep.
But he's in a good spot. He doesn't. I don't think he needs to attach anymore. He can just attach it to the other Blissey, because there is a good chance that Blissey might go out. But he doesn't have any other Shadow Riders, so I think Elijah's in a good spot.
Elijah is. You said Shadow Rider again, by the way.
Oh, god dang
it. He is in a very good spot. Yeah, pretty much. There is no other Ice Rider in play. I don't see if Ian's going to be able to get another one in play. And we might be able to see a good turn here for Elijah. Level Ball can't get him one. And there is a sniping intel on it, but again, doesn't do him any good. Well, it does do him some good, but I can't evolve. I believe he just did his Shady Dealings this turn, right? I think he just evolved this turn, so I don't see a way for Ian to get another Ice Rider into play. So it's going to be huge next turn for Elijah.
It's 250. No, I don't knock him out. But it's damage that he can at least put on there. So at least this way, if he stakes an energy on Water Drip, don't think it's enough to kill it, but he gets Shady Dealings for the win, right? Not for the win, but for the knockout, right?
Oh
no. What am I talking about? That's not the win that gives you damage.
We need to see Ian get another Ice Rider into play and hoping so this is going to be huge for Elijah. So powerful energy. He's going to take knockout here. Malamamana, he's going to take off 120. Professor's he's discarding the research. Okay. And then he's going to take off the 120. This is going to be huge for Elijah. So he has that boss in hand, so if Ian decides to put down an Ice Rider next turn, he's just going to take that knockout on the Ice Rider. And we're going to see no energy attached because Elijah has nothing more in play. So
it's enough for the knockout. So he's going to be in a good spot, taking 3.
Yeah, so we're going to see 200 damage. So if we get another Ice Rider into play for Ian, and Elijah needs 1 energy.
I think that's what Elijah's banking on. He's like, if he doesn't do anything here, I'm just gonna knock out his Drizzile. But if he plays that Ice Rider, I'm just gonna boss.
Yeah, so he has energy in hand. He has boss in hand. So if he puts down the Ice Rider, he's taking.
And he does got powerful energy. I see powerful energy. So yeah, I think he can take it because he can't evolve it to the VMAX either.
Nope. And so this will be game for Elijah going into.
Yeah. So regardless of the outcome, I think Elijah's 100% taking this match. And then we'll tie it up 1-1. But we'll see. We'll see if he does anything crazy. Oh, there's the pass. Let's see what happens. So, yeah. So Elijah looks like he feels comfortable just putting the energies back onto the Blissey, because even if he does get the Ice Rider out, he still needs another turn to get it to the VMAX.
Right.
So he probably not gonna be afraid to do that. So does he have anything to heal? I don't think he can play that, right? Because he has to grab it. He can't like search for it.
No, I mean, unless he has a way to draw, he has a make do. He can
Yeah,
make
he's
do
got to make
possibly
dues.
into it.
Yeah.
But again, there's Ian didn't have a way to get an Ice Rider to play, and so we're just gonna see another knockout here on the Sobble. So it's game no matter what the outcome
Yeah,
is right
yeah.
now
Oh, there's a potion.
for Elijah.
And he's going to discard 2 energies. Discard the weakness card. That's good. Yeah, so he could attack. Yeah, I think Elijah's got this. 100%. Yep, and there's the scoop from Ian.
Yep, there's it is.
Elijah takes.
All right, 1-1. Elijah Ian. Who's gonna take game
Oof.
3?
This is interesting to see. So, going back to the player profiles of these 2 players, both are consistent players. Elijah has top cut a couple of times, and then Ian, I think he actually got his first major breakthrough. He got second place, I want to say, like the week or 2 before ago. Well, that was pretty good. And I think he was playing this deck, and he always plays with unfinished decks, so I think he's finally able to get his deck finished. And then Elijah, he just loves making interesting non-meta decks, which somehow turns out to be really good.
I mean, consistency. You know, once you find a deck you like playing, you just keep playing it until you figure out how to be consistent with it. And
Yeah, take out the
this is
cards.
what
you don't
Elijah's
need,
found out.
Yeah. And I guess
For
he
me-
plays enough of the matchups to be like, all right, I think I know how to play this against like Shadow Rider. Its weakness to fighting, right? Like Oshifi would have just destroyed that thing.
Right, and that's the thing. But he's playing weakness guard energy.
Yeah,
so
yeah, he's playing the weakness guard
good.
energy. So that's probably why he added it in. He's like, man, I got these for backup. I know what's up. I tested this so many times. So that's it's pretty.
And so I mean, you just keep testing until you figure out what's the best way to play it. And of course, it's not I'm gonna take this to Worlds and go win a Worlds with it deck because it's just
yeah. For our casuals, it's pretty cool
Right.
to see. So if I had to guess which deck is stronger here, I would say maybe Ice Rider.
Yeah. I mean, depending on who gets set, pretty much whoever.
Right. Who gets set up first, obviously. But I just feel like the Ice Rider is such a better deck.
It's much more consistent, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But of course, Lucaria Melmetal, that deck would destroy Blissey.
I don't think anyone's
It's,
playing that, but it looks like Elijah's gonna take a mulligan.
Yeah, no one. I haven't seen anybody play Lucaria Melmetal at these tournaments yet. So, and I'm glad that card is rotating because that deck is just annoying to play against. Just as annoying as playing against ADP,
Yeah,
Farewell
ADP can
to
get pretty annoying.
all tag teams going into post rotation. I will not miss you at all. No more Mewtwo Mew, dark boxes, or fire boxes, grass boxes, whatever. Anything with Mewtwo Mew.
Yeah. Elijah's gonna get a Blissey for the start. Hopefully that doesn't hurt him. He does have a lot of energies in hand.
He does have a lot of energy to play.
I don't think I saw any draw cards, so hopefully he pulls like a Marnie or something. Oh no, he's got a quick ball. Alright, so we do see a shot Ice Rider out, and then we got a Sobble there. So we know the setup of what Ian's gonna do. He's gonna set up his Drizzles and try to put as much energy as he can on the Ice Rider.
We're gonna see Drizzile here.
I wonder why he didn't get another Sobble.
I think that's what he's doing right now with that quick ball.
Okay. Just because he wouldn't be able to evolve it this turn, but if you get Marnie, which we know that Elijah can't do, I wouldn't call it a risky play. It was just something worth noting if I was good to level ball in, or at least save it for the next turn. But
We have just a Minchino on the bench here for Elijah. Quick ball, probably gonna find another Minchino because can't really
It's a
find
level
anything
ball.
else.
Yeah, can't get the Blissey with it. Just gotta get the Minchinos. Oh, I hope this doesn't hurt him. Oh. So we're gonna see a quick wall with an energy, which is good because you want to have energies in your discard pile.
Right.
Let's go get that. Go grab that blessing. Did he have a cape in his hand? I don't think I saw a cape in his hand.
I did not see a cape in his hand.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a kind of reverse stuff for Elijah. He's gonna play Path of the Peak, which doesn't matter to Ian, right? I think that just hurts Elijah more.
Hurts Elijah more in the sense of it turns off as a DDV.
Yeah.
It turns off Blissy's special ability, which again Ian's not playing anything to do any special conditions to Elijah, so.
He should play some Tropical Beach. That's what he needs.
Oh man, if they ever made a card like that. I couldn't imagine them making a card that says, actually, well, I mean, if you think about it, there's the Snorlax with Gormandize, which allows you to draw up to 7 cards, but it ends your turn. But it has to be an active spot, though, which is kind of like, hey, free prize, here you go.
Yeah, because you pretty much just in your turn when you use it.
Exactly, yeah.
Which makes for a great turn 1, at least.
Yeah, because they're not going to take a turn 1 knockout on your... Unless they're playing, you know, Zapdos V, and you already have a full bench of Vs on your bench, you know. Then they just attach a roar for a knockout. But then again, no one really plays that Snorlax.
Oh man, Elijah's not looking so hot. I think he just has just Alano's there. Ouch. That's gonna hurt.
Path to the Peak out there. No, he's U-turn board. All I see is Mallow and Lana. Is that 2 Mallow and Lana in his hand?
Yeah, there's 2.
Oh, yeah, this is not looking good for Elijah at all. Yeah, and he's gonna just have to pass.
He's just like, oh crap. Now he knows he's in like a really big rough spot. Let's see if he can recover, or at least get set up. If he can't like get like a research or anything, oh, that's gonna hurt.
We're gonna research. We're gonna see a knockout on that Minchino. I think this is going to be, I don't see a good comeback for Elijah on this one. So Sawa coming down.
Yeah, the board isn't as... Like, the board, it's okay if he's able to get the Chinchinos out. But since he only has those 2 cards in his hand, it's just really difficult. I mean, we just got to see. Because I think he can come back from this. There's no problem with that. But I just hope he can just get the cards he need.
Right.
That's just RNG. So it looks like his Minchinos are just sacrificed. He's sacrificing the Minchinos, which I think is a... Oh my gosh, what? Is that a Cynthia and Caitlyn?
Cynthia and Caitlyn. So,
Oh no, Elijah.
Elijah, what are you doing, my guy?
He's in a...
he's just dead drawing right now.
He can level ball for a Chinchino, right?
He can level ball for the Chinchino, yeah.
And then maybe do one make do for sure. Oh, I don't know. It's so tough.
I think that's what the movie's going for, is level ball for the Minchino.
Yep, there it is. He's got to make do. That's like the most ultimate thing to do. He's gonna lose it, obviously, but he just needs to get set up.
Yeah, I mean, if he can't get a cape or something on that Blissey, we're gonna see a Max Lance for a knockout on the Blissey next turn.
He's gonna make through the Path of the Peak, so he's got another Blissey. Not too bad. Not too bad.
Okay. see here.
Okay. All right. So the next turn for Elijah. It all depends on what he gets. Oh no!
Oh, jeez.
That's game. That is so game.
There's just no way out of this one.
Yep. No cape. Oh, that's
No
250
cape. We're going to see a
right there.
Max Lance for knockout. We're going to see an energy attachment. Oh, yeah, that's...
No, that would have been okay, Ian. Like,
Yeah,
you see his board. It's not like you're worried. Yeah, he's gonna do it anyways, so he takes it
He's
out.
not getting knocked out next turn, so I mean...
Yeah, okay, he's gonna get knocked out. So he got the 2 cards. All right. Oh, there's a research he needed like two turns ago.
Right?
You got to, Elijah. You got to.
You got to do it, my guy.
Oh, he's gonna make do first. Oh, good.
Okay. Still no giant cape.
Kill 2 scrap for your own path of the peak. That's what it does, right?
No, tool scrap only gets rid of tool cards.
Oh, what am I thinking of then?
You're thinking of Field Blower.
Ah, that's right.
Field Blower gets rid of stadiums and
And tools, right?
Yep.
Up to 2, right?
Yep. Let me see that research. There we go, coming down. Giant cape, giant cape.
No, he's got
No
no
giant cape. Oh my goodness.
Does Ian have another boss order in his hand?
I don't know. I can't see his hand.
I don't think he has to switch either. Oh.
Elijah's just like, what do I do?
Yeah, he is in a tough spot. In a super tough spot.
I just don't see anything happening here on Elijah's side. It's just kind of...
I think this is it. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt.
So we know we can't see a boss from... We're going to see a knockout there. Wait, why is he taking all 3 prizes?
Oh, okay. So he's gonna do.
I think Elijah was just going to scoop. I think that's what it was.
That's what they were talking about.
Well,
That's it. Ian goes into the semifinals. So, good play. So let's take a look at the brackets here, Jake, because I know you wish you would be here, but it's okay.
Right.
You're commentating these great games.
I see a Jack in the Box. All right.
All right, let me switch it over here. Boom. Okay, so let's take a look at the brackets here. I'll zoom in so people who's watching the screen can see.
So we're going to see Iman versus Greg, and then we're going to see Chi versus Ian.
So Iman, I actually did not see what Greg was playing because Idris had to drop. But if you had to guess, Jake, what do you think Greg is playing?
I think Greg's playing Ice Rider.
Ice Rider versus Malamar.
Yeah, so I think Idris or Greg is playing Ice Rider. He's been very consistent at these tournaments with it. He's tried Shadow Rider, he's tried Malamar, he's tried Mad Party, but I think he's just really consistent with the Ice Rider matchup. So
yeah, so Greg's he's a pretty good player. He plays a lot of these decks, so he's gonna pick whatever one's comfortable, and he's been here most of the time, like perfect attendance wise. So he kind of knows the local meta. So he kind of knows what Iman's playing. He kind of knows what Chi's gonna play. He kind of knows what Ian's gonna play. He knows their play style. But if I have to guess, I think Iman might take the win. It's gonna be a close game. I want to say 2-1. What do you think?
I think it'll be 2-1, but I think it'll be going Greg's favor.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's hard. It's hard to decide. I don't know how well Malamar does against Ice Rider.
It comes down to, does Iman get the cards to knock out? It's kind of like Shadow Rider matchup. Does Iman
You know what?
have the
That's every match then. Whoever gets it up first, right?
right? But pretty much what it is, right?
Yeah.
But for Greg though, he's gonna be sniping those Inkays. He's gonna be sniping those Chinchinos. He's gonna be sniping. He's gonna try and knock out the Oricorios. He's gonna try and take out.
Greg does have the upper hand there if he plays it a lot better, because we didn't see that from Helon, right?
Right.
I think if Helon did that, he would have been in a really good spot. But
if we can see Greg really kind of take away Iman's draw support as far as the Oricorios, take away the Chinchinos, take away the Octilleries, we could really see Greg kind of walk away with it.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so these are some good players. It's very hard. It's probably a coin toss at this point. Greg's good, Iman's good. Whoever can get set up first, pretty much. But right. I would say now it's gonna be a close game. Someone going to the finals as a 2-1. If it's a 2-0, ooh.
Oh, there you go.
That'd be crazy. And then the next game is Chi versus Ian. So it's gonna be Shadow Rider versus Ice Rider. And I'm not biased here, but I think Chi's the better player just because he's very consistent. He's won like 3 of the casual tournaments. And we know he plays. He's pretty good. Ian's pretty good too. Consistently, he's been top cutting a couple times. And we saw how he played his Ice Rider, so he knows what he's doing. But I don't think I've ever seen a Shadow versus Ice. So what's the matchup there? Is it like a 50-50? Is Shadow Rider
again, it kind of I think for the Ice Rider Shadow Rider matchup, you're going to be focused more on the Alcremie VMAX matchup. So we're going to see Chi trying to power up the Alcremie VMAX. But again, Chi does have that Gengar Mimikyu for the Horror House, so we could see Chi possibly taking a knockout on a Ice Rider that Ian possibly tries to match to power up. So, it's gonna. I won't honestly say it's 50-50 at all. It kind of depends on if Chi can get that Horror House GX attack out early game. Yeah.
I would say this would go a 2-1 in Chi's favor, but
2-1 Chi's favor for sure.
It's anyone's game, whoever gets set up first. But in this sense, since Chi has been doing really well, his percentage of winning it's a little higher than Ian's. I want to say like 66%. I'm not saying Ian's a bad player. He has a chance too. But in the sense with Chi in the brackets, he is consistently a winner in my book.
Yeah, he's consistently a top 4 contender every single week. So
yeah. Then Iman and Greg, I would say they're a pretty close second. I know Greg has won a couple times. Iman won one of the biggest ones just a couple weeks ago to get a trainer tools kit.
Right.
So that was pretty big. And then Ian came pretty close to winning a couple times, but unfortunately fell short. But like all these 4 players, good players. Even Helon, Jenner. I remember them playing at Odyssey games when it was Game Empire, and they were there like pre-pandemic. And they're older now, so their game sense is probably a lot better.
Right.
They were younger back then. I mean, that's everyone, right? Like, I don't know what I was doing 10 years ago when I was playing Pokemon compared to like now, right?
Right.
Ooh, what are you excited? Which game are you excited to see at least? I think they're all going to be interesting to see.
I think I'm excited for the Chi and Ian game. Mainly just because you don't see a lot of those matchups. You see mainly Shadow Rider versus Urshifu or something like that. But I personally haven't seen a whole lot of Shadow Rider versus Ice Rider matchups.
You know what? Let me take a look at the deck list that Greg sent me, because that's what you need to do before you play in the tournament. Okay, I see what he's playing. Oh my God, seriously? All right, he's playing Ice Rider. So we'll have 2 Ice Rider decks going in tomorrow.
There you go.
1 Malamar and 1 Shadow Rider.
One Shadow Rider.
All right, so there's at least a good distribution of decks. We're not seeing like 4 Shadow Riders, right? Or 4 Ice Riders. So like, thank God.
But you don't see any Eternatus. What the heck?
It didn't help. Evolving Sky has probably helped him a lot better, I would say, but nothing from. We did get the Moltres, right?
The Moltres, yeah, that was from Chilling Reign.
But Eternatus would have been really great because isn't the Shadow Rider weak to dark?
Weak to dark, and then you got and it's a consistent 270 every turn. You don't have to discard anything. It's just 270 turn by turn by turn. So
yeah, and then the Shadow Rider couldn't one hit KO it either, right?
Unless you have Alcremie VMAX and you discard, I think it's 7 energy.
Yeah.
Or 6 energy, something like that. Yeah.
I don't think any of them was playing Zapdos. Was there someone playing Zapdos in their decks?
I did not see anybody. I didn't see anybody playing a Zapdos.
Yeah, that would break it.
I think Eternatus would have done really, really well in this tournament. So
yeah, it's also a like what would you call it? It's not an older deck. I mean, it did come from Dark Lens to Blaze, but I think it's still a consistent deck that's like competing against our Shifus, the Shadow Riders. And then I can see it going into play with even with the Rayquazas and all the other decks that's coming out in the next set. Evolving Skies. It does really well in Expanded, apparently.
Oh, yeah. Just with that Path to the Peak, though, that's going to be the game changer.
So with the Path to the Peak, I think they guarantee to hit 150, 180, something like that.
180 damage, yeah.
Yeah. So in a case,
you're still two-shotting.
Two-shotting. Won't be able to use the Crobats.
Just the issue is with the Path to the Peak, you are literally getting rid of all your draw support.
Yeah. No, can't power accelerate with the Moltres. Can't play with the Crobats. But you are consistently able to hit 180, and which is usually enough for a 2-turn knockout, which isn't too bad. It's a lot slower, but for the most part in the current meta, you're always going to be 2-shotting anyways.
Exactly, unless you have an Alcremie VMAX sets, and then at that point you have to redo all your energies, get the energy back into play. And
Well, great. Well, tomorrow's going to be a big day. Jake, thanks for coming in, stopping by on your day off to record the first day of the quarterfinals, or the finals here. Hope you're ready to get your game hat on. You get a judge, right? You got to like knock it out and be like, no, you can't do that. Wait your turn.
Nah, pre-release.
Oh, yeah, you're going to do that tomorrow?
I'm going to do that tomorrow.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Catch day 2 in the following couple of days. I'd like to give a shout out to all the 8 players that are playing: Iman, Helen, Helon, Greg, Idris. Unfortunately, Idris had to drop. Chi, Jenner, Elijah, and Ian. And thank you again, Jake, for stopping by. And shout out to Odyssey Games and Same Seat Gaming for partnering up with us to host this wonderful tournament.
Yeah.
Have anything to say, Jake, before we log off here for the day?
Nope. Ready for the tournament tomorrow.
No, you're just ready to go to Disneyland.
Yeah, I mean, that too. But it's really busy right now, so I'm debating how late I want to go.
You know what? The best time to go see the music park is during Super Bowl Sundays.
Oh, for sure.
Dude, I went to. I know it's off topic, but I guess if you guys are hearing this, I went to Universal Studios on Super Bowl Sunday just because I planned. I was like, I read somewhere that Super Bowl Sundays is always less packed. I went to Universal Studios, and the longest I ever had to wait for a ride was like 15 minutes, like maybe 20 tops.
That's insane.
And it was like, yeah, no, I almost been on like everything. That's crazy. It was also raining, so it wasn't like raining, but it was like sprinkling.
It
so
was
a lot of people.
raining.
Yeah, it's California rain, and so I think that also helped. And I was like, oh man, this is nice.
I mean, I went to Disneyland last weekend too, and so it was just kind of like I literally walked on every single ride because it was just so dead there.
Do you live close enough to Disneyland?
About 30 minutes away.